Dev writes code, ops keeps it running. But when they don't talk, everything breaks. Welcome to this explainer. Today we are going to completely unravel one of the most talked about, yet, frequently misunderstood concepts in modern tech. If you've ever found yourself wondering how your favorite apps update almost magically overnight without crashing, or how these massive tech giants are shipping new features literally multiple times a day, well, you're in the right place. We're going to demystify exactly how modern software is built, shipped, and maintained behind the scenes. Let's get into it.
So, to understand the solution, we have to look at the classic dilemma that plagued the IT industry for decades. On one hand, you have the development team, or dev. Their entire universe revolves around agility. They want to build new features, push updates, and just move fast. But on the other hand, you have the operations team, ops. Their mandate is, well, exactly the opposite. They're graded on stability, reliability, and making absolutely sure the servers never go down. Speed introduces risk, and risk introduces outages. So what happens? You end up with two absolutely critical teams who are fundamentally at odds with each other.
And this conflict, it creates what's famously known as the wall of confusion. Back in the day, developers would write a piece of software, metaphorically chuck it over this giant brick wall to the operations team, and just completely wash their hands of it. The ops team would catch this totally unfamiliar code, try to deploy it on their servers, and when it inevitably crashed, oh man, the finger pointing began. Devs would say, hey, it worked perfectly on my machine. Ops would shout back, well, it's breaking our servers. The end result was just massive delays, super stressful outages, and honestly, a terrible experience for the users. We desperately needed a better way.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what's the fix? Well, the solution wasn't just a new tool. It was a total paradigm shift called DevOps. There's this huge myth floating around that DevOps is just a fancy job title or, a specific piece of software you can just go out and buy. It's not. DevOps is fundamentally a cultural shift. It's the philosophy of bringing those two siloed teams together under one banner of shared responsibility. It means developers actually care about how their code runs in the real world, and operations people care about helping developers ship that code faster. They win together and they fail together.
But, you can't just tell people to get along and expect it to work, right? You have to build a system around three core principles. First up, collaboration. We culturally and physically smash that wall, creating cross-functional teams where communication is just constant. Second, automation. We rely heavily on technology to remove those manual, error-prone human tasks, everything from testing code to setting up servers. And third, continuous improvement. Because everything is tracked and monitored, teams learn from every single release, making the very next one faster and way safer.
So let's take a look at the 8-stage DevOps lifecycle.
We usually visualize DevOps as this giant infinite loop. Let's start with the dev half. It kicks off with plan, where the team figures out what feature the users actually need next. Then we move into code, where the actual software is written. But here is where the magic really starts, the build and test stages. Instead of human beings manually squinting at code and inevitably needing like 3 cups of coffee just to spot a typo, automated systems instantly compile the code and run thousands of tests against it. If a developer makes a mistake, boom, the automated tests catch it immediately, long before it ever gets near a customer.
Assuming the code passes all those automated tests, it glides seamlessly over to the ops half. We release the software, packing it up nice and neat. Then we deploy it, pushing it live out to the servers. Operate is where the code is actually out in the wild, running and serving users. And finally, monitor. This is where we track exactly how the software is performing in the real world. Is it hogging too much memory? Are users getting weird errors? All that monitoring data feeds directly back into the plan stage of the dev half, and the whole infinite loop just starts all over again.
Now for our next core concept, making sense of CI/CD. So how exactly does a team move code through all 8 of those stages without it taking months? You are going to hear the acronym CI/CD thrown around constantly in the tech world. It stands for continuous integration and continuous delivery. But let's just strip away the jargon for a second. Think of CI/CD simply as an automated high-speed highway for your code. Instead of manually driving a piece of software from a developer's laptop all the way to a live server, stopping at toll booths for manual testing and manual approvals, CI/CD is a fully automated conveyor belt. The very second a developer finishes writing code, the pipeline automatically tests it, builds it, and preps it for delivery.
To put this into perspective, the difference between the old traditional models and this new automated highway is just staggering. In a traditional release, you might update your software maybe once every few months. Because you're releasing months of work all at the exact same time, the risk level is massive. If one thing breaks, the whole shebang breaks. Plus, the manual effort to coordinate it is just exhausting.
But with a CI/CD pipeline, you're making tiny, incremental updates daily, sometimes hourly. Because the updates are so incredibly small, the risk drops to almost zero. If a tiny tweak breaks, you just instantly roll it back. Minimal risk, minimal manual effort.
All right, let's jump into the essential DevOps toolkit.
You really don't need a computer science degree to understand these. You just need to know the jobs they do on our automated highway. Git, that's your ultimate save point. It tracks every code change so devs don't overwrite each other. Jenkins is the engine of the conveyor belt, automatically moving code between stages. Docker is basically a shipping container. It packs the code into a standardized box so it runs perfectly on any computer. Kubernetes is the port manager, directing thousands of those Docker containers at once. Terraform is infrastructure as code. It literally lets engineers spin up hundreds of servers just by running a text script, no running around a server room plugging in cables. And Prometheus? That's the security camera, constantly monitoring the system and sounding the alarm if anything looks fishy.
Which brings us to a day in the life.
So, we have the culture, the pipeline, the tools, but how does it actually play out for the humans doing the work? I absolutely love this quote from Robert Krohn over at Atlassian. DevOps isn't any single person's job, it's everyone's job. Now, you might meet someone with the actual title of DevOps engineer, but their day isn't just sitting in a dark room typing code. Actually, it's more like being a professional bridge builder. They spend their time writing scripts to automate boring tasks, tweaking that CI/CD pipeline to make it even faster, and just generally making life easier for both dev and ops. They are literally the glue holding the infinite loop together.
So, the very next time your favorite app updates seamlessly in the background, you'll know it's not magic for sure. It's DevOps. It's that incredible combination of culture, automation, and continuous improvement. But it does make you wonder, as AI gets better and better at writing and testing its own code, will the DevOps pipeline eventually just run itself completely without us? Definitely something to chew on. Now, I want to hear from you. How does your workplace handle the divide between development and operations? Have you managed to tear down that wall of confusion? Let me know down in the comments. And hey, if you found this explainer helpful for clearing up the jargon, please hit that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you clear, structured insights into the tech that runs our world. Keep learning, keep improving, and I'll catch you in the next one.